Most people think going pro in track just means being fast. But the more I thought about it, the more I asked myself, what is the difference between a fast person and a professional track athlete? In sports like basketball or football, everybody knows you made it to the professional status because you get drafted. But in track, there is no draft. There's no guarantees, and honestly, there's no clear answer. So in this video, I decided to figure it out myself and ask the question, what do you actually need to run to be considered pro in track and field? And once I find out, I'm gonna see if I can do it myself. I have until the summer starts to accomplish this. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I've been running track for years, and it's one of the most well-known sports around the world, but for some reason, barely anybody talks about what it actually takes to join the pro level. Now, you obviously have to be fast, but what else does it take? Do you need sponsorships, gold medals, maybe followers on Instagram? Maybe all of the above. So I started researching, and what I found was actually kind of insane. Now, my events are the 400-meter hurdles and the 400-meter dash. I ran at a D1 university, and I even got top 6 at US Nationals. But even though I've ran fast times and at high levels, I'm still not considered a professional. And this is mainly because of the standards that I found during my research. Now, I trained under my coach, Dominique Arnold, who was the American record holder back in 2006. And if anyone knows what it takes to become a pro, it would be a retired pro. So I decided to ask him.
All right, y'all, so this is my coach, Dominique Arnold, 110 hurdle legend, former American record holder. And I just gotta say, in your opinion, what does it take to consider yourself a pro track and field athlete?
Well, as far as consideration, my standard is different. I'm getting a contract, whether you want for a country or if a company decides that they want you as part of their product, and what's your ability. I used to rank myself, even when I was running fast, I was top 10 in the world, I didn't consider myself a professional athlete because I didn't have a contract.
Okay.
Yeah, but so even though I was running the times, I still didn't consider myself a professional. As far as considering someone considering themselves a track and field professional athlete, it's really based upon, are you making a living at it? If you're making a living at it, for me now, then okay, you're a pro. But if you out there, you running fast, and say you breaking records, you running 9 and you haven't been signed, and you can't make $1, I wouldn't consider myself a professional athlete. For me, it was always, can I make a living at it?
So in your opinion, say if someone does have a contract, they're not the fastest person, but they do have a contract, and the contract is very minimal. Would you still say, yes, professional, or is there a money standard as well?
If you can live day to day without a lot of worries, concerns, and you don't have to work another job,
I think that's a pretty good standard.
You can consider yourself professional, because if you think about it, baseball players don't have a second job, professional basketball players don't have a second job. If you can't live day to day off what you're earning, because you don't have to have a contract. I know guys who go over Europe and they just run every single meet, run like 50 meets a year, and they're making good money. All right, you're a professional athlete because this is your profession and you're able to make a living off of it.
All right, that makes sense then. Okay, well, thank you for your time, sir.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Don't let me know.
All right, so pretty straightforward. Secure a sponsorship. Simple enough. Okay, so not only are we going to need a sponsorship, but we're also going to need an agent to get a sponsorship. These are my times in the 400 and the 400 meter hurdles. Not bad, but not sponsorable or agentable, I guess. If I want even a chance at getting a sponsorship or an agent, I got to drop my 400 hurdle time to the low 48s and my open time to at least the 45s, low. Now, to non-track people, that may not sound like much of a difference, but in sprinting, a whole second or even a half a second may as well be a whole other planet. Despite all this though, I am very determined. So I set a challenge for myself. I planned out 3 races to run before the summer starts. And if I don't hit my goals by the end of these 3 races, it's goodbye professional track for me. No agent and definitely no sponsorship. So I started training. Now I've been running this event for years, but the one thing that never changes no matter how fast you get is this race hurts, bro. If you've never felt lactic acid pain in your life before, it's hard to understand what it feels like. So I put together this small demonstration to help people get a better idea of what that might feel like. Now the open 400 is already hard enough, but adding hurdles to it, it's basically masochism. Because not only are you feeling that lactic pain, but now you're trying to get over barriers without falling. Like that. But I've been training very hard for a long time, so now it's time to get that first race in. My first race of the season at UCLA. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I only have 3 attempts in getting this time in before the summer starts. So I knew if I wanted to be a professional, I had to drop a real time. Right here, right now. .49.47, not a 48, but not bad considering that my PR is only 0.02 off of this. However, this only leaves me with 2 attempts to hit my mark, so I have to lock in and figure out what I gotta do to get faster. After reviewing my race with my coach, he actually told me something I was really surprised to hear. He said that after timing my race himself, that I was actually on pace to run fast. However, it was at this specific hurdle I cut my stride short, probably due to fatigue I was feeling. So, if I simply kept my stride more open with the same intensity, I will hit the time that I want. So now that I know what I need, it's time to get ready and get back training for this next race.
Good job, Ray Tay.
Mount Sac relays, one of the best meets to run at because if there's one thing that's for sure, you're getting plenty of hype and plenty of competition. Nobody comes to Mount Sac without their A game, because if you do, you're simply getting left. This is the perfect place to fix the mistakes of last race and run this 48 finally. And luckily, with the time from UCLA, I got into the elite section. All that's left is to get ready and make it happen. Let's see if today is the day. Bittersweet. Another PR, but still not a 48. I'm at the point where I'm starting to question if this is actually going to happen before the summer. But doubt is not something that I listen to. So all this means is I need to take the next race extra serious and execute the way I've already trained. This is my last chance to complete my challenge before the summer starts. So I have to make something happen because the last thing that I want is to have to give up on my dream. So I guess all that leaves us is with one last race. One last chance to get this right. This final race is at Azusa Pacific University, and how ironic that the name of the meet is the France and Last Chance meet, because this is my last chance to finish this challenge. During the warm-up, I'm feeling a mix of excitement and extreme nervousness. Like I feel ready, my body is healthy, but I want so badly for this to work. At this point, I'll even take a 48.99. I can't get distracted though. I need to focus if I'm going to execute this race plan properly this time. Now that I'm done with the warm-up, all that's left is for this gun to go off. When I saw the time, I didn't even know how to feel. This was a huge milestone for me, and I'm so happy. But part of me knows that this is only the beginning, and I have a long way to go. And hey, I did say I would take a 48.99, so I guess I called it. But nonetheless, I'm going to celebrate this moment. And I'm going to talk with my coach to see if this was enough to get me an agent and a sponsorship, so I can finally consider myself a professional track athlete. So about 2 days after that race, I was resting because I had just gotten off work. And as I was sitting down, I was just wondering to myself, did I do enough with that race considering it was so high in the 48s? I hadn't heard anything from my coach regarding any agents reaching out, and I was starting to get a little worried. But then I got this text from him.
Hey, it's John Schneider with Seattle Seahawks.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, bud?
Good.
You doing all right? Hey, man, get fired up. We're gonna make you a Seahawk right here, okay? You all right, bud?
I finally ran fast enough that an agent wanted to represent me. I was so excited, it felt like all my hard work had finally come together. And after reviewing the contract, I decided to sign with him. So we got the agent, now all we need is a sponsorship. So I gathered all the information I could from both him and my coach on what I needed to do to get sponsored, to see if I had done enough or not. And what I found is that getting an agent is just the beginning. Not only will I have to run faster times, but I'll have to do them at the right places. And luckily for me, I'll get my chance very soon, because at the end of this month, I'll be running at US National Championships. This will be the perfect opportunity to try and get sponsored so I can officially consider myself a professional. And while we may not have gotten it done in this video, I will be recording that whole experience, so if you like the video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I also have a GoFundMe started if you want to help me fund my trip to Nationals. Every donation is seriously appreciated. It really helps me on my journey to continue making videos like this. So the link for that one will be in the description. Now with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.